So this is a continuation of previous session. We are looking at the schema called sales hierarchy, and we are trying to create a ER diagram corresponding to it. Corresponding to sales table, we have seen that it is referring to the time ID from times table, promo ID from promotions, prod ID from product, customer ID from customer, and channel ID from channels. Now we are looking at the second table, which is costs. Let's see the constraints to the cost table. Do we have any primary key in this table? No, we don't have any primary key. What it is referring to? It is again referring to the time ID, promo ID, prod ID, and channel ID. Right?
Yep.
What it is referring to? Who will repeat with me? Shaki?
Referring means foreign key, right?
Yeah.
Foreign
What are these foreign keys? Time ID from times.
times, right?
Cost.
Then promo ID from promotions. Prod ID from costs. Sorry, prod ID from products. And channel ID from channels. Is there any customer ID here? No.
No.
No such column is customer ID. Let's draw it. What was the name of the table? Costs, right?
Yes, yes.
So what do we have here? I'm gonna do it quickly now, okay? If you have any doubts, you can stop me. Now pay attention, guys. There is no such convention that we have to follow that particular pattern itself. This is a diagrammatic representation. Next table is times. Do we have a primary key in this table? Yes, we have a primary key called time ID. How can we see it? By looking at the constants. If you'll see, this time ID is the primary key of this table. Is there a foreign key? Who will answer this question? Mehtab, your turn. Is there a foreign key in this table?
No foreign key.
No
Correct.
foreign, no. Oh, yes.
Correct. So we have already drawn the symbol for time ID. Moving on to the next table called products. First of all, look at this table and judge if there is a primary key. Yes, there is a primary key for product ID. Do we have a foreign key here? No.
No foreign key.
There is no
No foreign.
referential integrity constant, so no foreign key. Moving on to the next table called channels. Just a moment. Yeah. Now look at this. What is Bilal? What is the primary key of this table? Look at the data which is present on the screen and tell me the primary key of this table.
Channel ID.
Correct. And we have already drawn it. Looking at the promotions now. Shaki, Sujan, your turn. What is the primary key
Yep.
of this table?
Let me see. Primary key is a promo.
Correct. Promo ID. Promo underscore
Yep.
ID. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Be confident. Whenever you see the sign
Yep.
primary key, we can.
Yes, I see the primary key. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Be confident about it.
Understand. Okay.
So we have already drawn it. So moving on. Let's see in the customers. What is the primary key of this table?
There's no primary key.
They have no primary key.
Primary key, customer.
Customer.
Is there a foreign key on this table? Sujan, I want you to answer. Sujan, I want you to answer this one. What is the
foreign key?
Yeah.
Foreign key, no foreign key here. So only the primary key in the customers.
Whenever we see anything under referential integrity, it's a foreign key. So country ID is the foreign key, which is referring to the primary key of countries table. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. No, I know what is.
You were asking something. Go ahead.
Yes, the country is the foreign key, and it's what is the known as in the previous
country ID, and
yeah.
By looking here, we can see that this country ID is referring to the primary key of countries table. The name of that column is country ID.
Okay.
This is how. Is it correct? Bilal, is it correct?
Country ID. Store.
Who will answer my question?
It's correct, Saki.
Saki, it is not correct because country ID is the foreign key. It should be referring, the country ID from customer table should be referring to it.
Right. It's customer, but country ID, they have no foreign key?
There is a foreign key. It should be mentioned like this, not the other way around. Okay.
Oh,
This is how it should be mentioned. Let's look at other tables. And country ID is also primary key of countries table. So I'm putting this primary key sign. Let's look at the countries table. The primary key is country ID and no other foreign key.
yes, yes.
Look at supplementary demographics. So cust ID is the primary key.
Primary key, they have no foreign ID.
And there is
foreign,
no foreign key at all.
foreign key, right.
So how will we represent it? I'm calling it SD, supplementary demographics. The primary key is cust ID. And it is not referring to anyone and it is not referred to by anyone.
Yes, this is not referred to by anyone.
Yeah, so it is a standalone entity in this database until we find out otherwise.
Because they have no foreign key, that's why, right?
Correct. Not related to other tables. Let's look
Yes.
at this. It's not a table, it's a view. And we will not discuss about views right now. It is also a view. This here it's a table having no constraints. This table does not have any constraints. Okay. So we'll just mention it. Sales transaction ext. So these are the two standalone entities on our entity relationship diagram. All the remaining entities are related to each other. Okay.
And that time entity, what is that? What is that? This is the primary key?
Entity means a table. Entity means a relation.
Relation. Oh, right. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So this is about creation of ER diagram. Be ready for assignment on this. This time I will not be giving you a database. You will be assigned with the task of creating the database yourself and designing an entity relationship diagram based on that.